Good morning. I think I just went like 22 minutes on the joys of being able to think about stuff the way I want. Uh, Tinfoil Hat Tuesday. Always something new out there to reflect upon. Climate change or other things. Or music was part of it. I just learned Tennessee Reaper here. I subscribe. Growing subscriber base is AI music. I didn't know this on the first one. And as I looked a little closer, there's AI music a popping everywhere. I had a slight. I think there must be specific programs for that. Uh, my ex and Grok wouldn't write me a song. It was like, I can't do that for you. I'm like, man, that's probably interesting and I should look into that. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm really escaping my problems, ranting and raving about the state of the world as a normie nobody sees it. I can reflect upon it, but I don't think I have any effect on it. Basically, to living the life, making the best of the path I've chosen. And every now and then, I do like to wake and bake. Been there, done that, said that. If that hasn't, if you didn't realize by now, it's too late. I don't know if I'm really escaping my problems. I spent a lot of time talking about recovering from much worse decision making, consequences from those decisions. So to me, it's no, I would say it's just a pharmacological discovery to regulate and be as normal as I can be without going to the system and becoming zombified by something. I don't want that. And I don't have that effect. I can escape my problems, and a few minutes later, I'm back to normal or re-upping on escaping my problems. And the chance of me hurting myself as I re-up, slim to none. So it all works. And yeah, if you haven't seen The Gentleman yet, I'm not a Netflix endorser, but I am trying to maybe get some ad partnership going, so I got to learn how to do this. If there was a link and you could do something about it, hey, you'd use my code and all that crap. But that Gentleman was cool. And the speech about hard drugs versus weed was exceptional. And it really stuck with us. I'm like, well, that is a respectable thing to put in there. Now they're whacking a lot of people. I mean, they're often a lot of individuals. I can't remember how many people they whacked off in that one, but that one was easy. It was a lot. But still, the drugs weren't doing it. That was stepping on another guy's game that did it. We've listened to enough rap to know that's how it works. So, fuck it. Escaping my problems. Tennessee Reaper. I hope this is helping me escape my problems.
Roll it up, light it, let the smoke cascade.
Okay.
Lost in the haze, when my pain starts to fade. The world's too loud, so I find my retreat in the clouds where my soul and my demons meet. Pressure on my chest
shit.
like a boulder.
Okay, yeah. Because I want to hear it. The whole AI thing is really, I might have to get my hands on some of this shit and see if I can turn my old songs into AI songs. In the middle of a rush. Now, I don't ever leave. I take care of my responsibility, but I got to admit, like when they're just handing me my ass and the stress and timing, and you're just trying to get out a table of 12 all at once. And yeah, if I can sneak away for a second, all of a sudden the problems lessen. Not a lot. Not a lot. I know who I am. I go right back to work. I'm just not as frustrated with being bent over Now, I'm not trying to make an endorsement for something that helps you enjoy your abuse, but that is how I'm describing it. And in the end, I mean, yeah, there's the fun side of it and the oh man, I need to cope side. And I will admit there is a huge coping mechanism with the THC. I find that to be true.
Yeah. Roll it up, light it, let the smoke cascade. Lost in the haze, when my pain starts to fade. The world's too loud, so I find my retreat in the clouds where my soul and my demons meet. Pressure on my chest like a boulder won't budge. Life's a trial every day and the judge won't budge. So I twist up the stress, let the papers ignite. Watch my problems dissolve in the glow of the light. This weed, my parachute, jumping out of my mind. Free fall through the smoke, leaving worry behind. Green got me grounded while I'm floating away. Time freezes in the puff, I'm just pausing a day. Call it nature's anesthesia, numbing my pain. Each hit's a paragraph, I'm rewriting my brain. Clouds thicker than my
I got to admit, I don't think it's just flexing. I honestly believe that. I believe the weed been in there, been a medicinal product longer than doctors have existed. I would safely say they've been handing out the reefer to issues when that was still a medicine man or woman or some sort of magician, alchemist. I'm just saying, I think they got Pfizer beat. I don't think Merck or any of those companies, right? Who's that Oxycontin douchebag family? I'm pretty sure they hate what marijuana could do, because they would really like to keep exploiting that opium plant for you. You get a lot of people strung out on that fucking thing. You know? It's sad.
Floating away, time freezes in the puff, I'm just pausing a day. Call it nature's anesthesia, numbing my pain. Each hit's a paragraph, I'm rewriting my brain. Clouds thicker than my problems, yeah, they linger in the room. But the high's my cocoon, let me bloom in the I'm escaping from my problems, rolling up my fears. In the smoke, I find silence, drowning out the tears. Life's too heavy, so I float in.
Wouldn't it be fair to say we couldn't tell this was AI unless it told us? That is going to be one of the issues, and here it even comes with. Maybe this one didn't. We have another one up here. Yeah. How this content was made, altered or synthetic content. You can't, damn it. Yeah, it doesn't, no, sorry. Process. Yeah. So there you go. So there is your, we're going to check this one out too. But it's very interesting what they have to show us now. Yeah, I find that very interesting. Now this one probably has maybe more human than, I don't know how it works. But I did see, oh, I know where it was. I was on his homepage. If you go to the homepage for Tennessee Reaper, AI Artist, YouTube channel where we mix talent and, talent and bad. To try and, I can't read the rest every time I try to push more. It goes to, a DistroKid, which is another huge, it's like BMG, isn't it? Almost. It's a huge controller of artists, and it's like a label almost. I don't know.
Roll it up, light it, let the smoke cascade. Lost in the haze, when my pain starts to fade. The world's too loud, So I find my retreat in the clouds where my soul and my demons meet. Pressure on my chest like a boulder won't budge. Life's a trial every day and the judge won't budge. So I twist up the stress, let the papers ignite. Watch my problems dissolve in the glow of the light. This weed, my parachute, jumping out of my mind. Free fall through the smoke, leaving worry behind. Green got me grounded while I'm floating away. Time freezes in the puff, I'm just pausing a day. Call it nature's anesthesia, numbing my pain. Each hit's a paragraph, I'm rewriting my brain. Clouds thicker than my problems, yeah, they linger in the room. But the high's my cocoon, let me bloom in the gloom. I'm escaping from my problems, rolling up my fears in the smoke. I find silence, drowning out the tears. Life's too heavy, so I float in the haze. High above the chaos, lost in the blaze. I'm escaping from my problems, blowing them away. Green therapy, yeah, it's my getaway. Every puff's a step closer to peace I crave. In this world of smoke, I'm finally saved. This blunt's my confession booth, sins in the flame. Every exhale's a prayer, hoping life will change. I'm a prisoner of my thoughts, got no key to escape. But this kush cuts the lock, I'm free from the weight. Eyes low like my faith, but the highs lift me up. Lost inside the fog, I let the green fill my cup. Sipping.
This is gonna, if he can break through whatever algorithmic barriers, he, she, they, squirrelkin fucking spirit. I don't actually know, and God, do I despise a world where it matters. But I gotta think this is gonna, the lyrical content's actually fantastic. As a pretty clear what my position is on this, this really aligns with that next level up idea of it all, that there is a component there that you are pissing your life away with weed set doesn't understand. They're never going to understand because they've only been sold on a negative idea. And as always, never an endorsement. You do you. Make your own choices in life. I would never tell you which way to live. I can barely live my own life. But this is fire. Now I see this factory reset over there next to it. I'll come back for one and we'll just do a straight reaction. I don't know how to do both. I don't know how to make it professional. I really don't. Because I know how this shit affects me. And if I was happy and with some people hanging out, this is how I would act. Not much of a character I'm pulling off at this moment. It's just me. And I agree with a lot of this, the sentiment here.
Been on serenity, breathing out regret. Every I'm free from the weight, eyes low like my faith, but the highs lift me up. Lost inside the fog, I let the green fill my cup. Sipping on serenity, breathing out regret. Every toke's a gamble, but I'll take that bet. They say I'm running from my problems, maybe that's true, but this leaves my sanctuary when I don't know what to do. Call it therapy in motion, it's the rhythm of the burn. While the world spins fast, I just let the cherries turn. I'm escaping from my problems, rolling up my fears in the smoke. I find silence, drowning out the tears. Life's too heavy, so I float in the haze. High above the chaos, lost in the blaze. I'm escaping from my problems, blowing them away. Green therapy, yeah, it's my getaway. Every puff's a step closer to peace I crave. In this world of smoke, I'm finally saved. This strange name, freedom, yeah, it's breaking my chains. A temporary fix for these permanent pains. I'm Picasso with the smoke, painting skies in my mind.
Yeah, because there is a reference. It's not even a... Is it a... It's a... Yeah, a slight coping mechanism at most, I think. Damn hard to lose your whole self in it. Yeah, I think you need other stuff to be... Well, now I have seen some video of them really crunchy hippie chicks that, you know, they look like they've bred with a weed plant. They might have achieved the OD status that supposedly can't happen. But, yeah, weed is temporary. I have no idea who I am as a human being because I'm a contractual arrangement to the people that bought me never goes away. Why don't you spend money to get this or that? Because how dare they create a system that's profitable for something like that? But then I go over the river, you could just have a sad day, and because the inconsistency in what we consider problems kills me. I'd rather just escape my problems on my own because the system didn't help me once with it. I know that.
This strange name freedom, yeah, it's breaking my chains. A temporary fix for these permanent pains. I'm Picasso with the smoke, painting skies in my mind. Every cloud's a masterpiece, one of a kind. But the high ain't forever and the problems still stay. So I keep rolling answers, hoping they'll fade away. Am I running? Or am I fighting? I don't really know. All I see is the ember glowing while the answers blow. It's a vicious little cycle, but it keeps me afloat. Like I'm sailing through the darkness on a green leaf.
This is way better than I ever expected. The lyrical content is exceptional if you one of the bus riders that have been doing this long enough where you're listening to the words and fuck my antics. That shouldn't mean shit. Technically, I'm listening to the words. I didn't do no deep dive. I just put that shit on after I was bitching about climate change. These bars here are very good. Literally the point I'm trying to make. So I am nothing but impressed with this. Just like that moves up to the short list. You gotta be honest. I'm sold 100%. Tennessee Reaper, this shit is fire.
Forever and the problem still stays, so I
put it in a bowl, apply that fire, catch one.
Keep rolling answers, hoping they'll fade away. Am I running? Or am I fighting? I don't really know. All I see is the ember glowing while the answers blow. It's a vicious little cycle, but it keeps me afloat. Like I'm sailing through the darkness on a green leaf boat. Storms rage in my soul, but the wind's in my lungs. And the smoke writes the verses that the pain left unsung. I'm a poet in the haze, letting metaphors fly. Every hit's a lifeline when I'm drowning inside. Call the joint my telescope, looking out to the stars. Trying to navigate my trauma with these resonating bars. I'm escaping from my problems, rolling up my fears. In the smoke I find solace, drowning out the tears. Life's too heavy, so I float in the haze. High above the chaos, lost in the blaze. I'm escaping from my problems, blowing them away. Green therapy, yeah, it's my getaway. Every puff's a step closer to peace I crave. In this world of smoke, I'm finally saved. Yeah, the world's still spinning and the pain's still there. But for now, I'm suspended in this sativa-scented air. Roll it up, light it, let the flame take control. Smoking to escape, trying to heal my soul.
Yeah, so I love all the fun weed stuff. I do. It's awesome. But I think if you went back and watched the pot smoking reactions, there's always a balance. And what's so good about this is the balance. The escapism side versus consequences reality side, super strong in the lyrical content. Really, as much as it makes me want to join along, it also makes me remember why I escaped in the first place. You know, it was like the 6th treatment center. And I think I lined up someone to help me beat UAs is what happened. Yeah, that was the problem. And then I started smoking, and I never touched the hard drugs again. One day, one single relapse, a couple years after I quit. That was economically, I thought I was partnering up with someone until we pulled out the crack pipe. Then I'm like, oh, shit. You know, there's why I don't work with nobody no more. Everybody I hook up with is getting high. And he was a pro magician. Like, fucking pro. And still spending his money on crack.
Let the flame take control, smoking to escape, trying to heal my soul.
And then some sort of chaotic self-psychotherapy in the form of ranting and raving music reactions and big piles of pot. And that, and I love Jesus, and don't think he condemns me for any of these positions, because in the end, I'm hopefully the majority of the decisions are morally sound. But there it is. I mean, that's the fucking purpose of it all. I didn't know it was going to be this song to help remind me, but boy, there it is again.
World still spinning and the pain's still there, but for now I'm suspended in this sativa scented air. Roll it up, light it, let the flame take control. Smoking to escape, trying to heal my soul.
Man, the indica doesn't get the love anymore. Everybody knows that it puts you out. Yeah, just stay away from the indica shit, right? If the only side effect is it makes you hungry and tired, maybe it's the wrong strain. To be fair. Oh, I can't even remember his name. I wish Ange was here. We probably brought him up once before when we were still doing reactions. I had a bro, and that was his deal. He liked to smoke, and he wasn't escaping problems ever. It was to live life to a one stage beyond its fullest every now and then. And we like watching movies. Chad, he'd come over and I'd have the fine smokables. He would have the bags of munchies. And I like to cook, so he would just drop the shit off and sit down and fire it up. And we'd watch a movie, and I love pausing movies and walking away. So I would go and hook us up to food, and he would supply it. I'd cook it and smoke them up, and it was a very nice thing. And some people just wanted to get the munchies and chill. I respect those individuals too, but I talk to friends now that, got to stay on a steady stream of pills to be normal. And I don't think I'm normal, but, a couple oneies and I'm ready to go. So I'm going to go with my answer to my problems, and it appears I'm not even alone in my ideas. It's kind of nice. Tennessee Reaper, escaping my problems. I didn't know it was going to be a semi-AI artist and some weed music that would help, but here we are. And then I'll be right back with a nice short one and give them some respect for the work they do. Yeah.